ladies and gentlemen, this is Joy Stephen from the Polensis Studios, and I'm coming up with this video to highlight the benefits of being a permanent resident in Canada. I'm talking about 6 benefits. There are many more. Please do your research to identify them by searching on the search engines like Google. Okay, in this video we will discuss 6 benefits, and the first benefit, Social Security. The second benefit, Canadian healthcare. The third benefit is education benefit. The fourth benefit is child care benefits. The fifth one is employment insurance, and the sixth one is pensions. So these are the 6 benefits we will talk today. When I travel through different countries, especially in the developing world, I am confronted with this question: what is the use of a permanent resident visa in Canada without a job? This is primarily because people do not understand the meaning of permanent residence in Canada. It is tremendously powerful visa. Now let us discuss the 6 major benefits of becoming a permanent resident in Canada. Most of these benefits are felt most by those coming from the developing world. Okay, the first benefit we'll talk about is Social Security. Social Security is one of the most felt benefit when you migrate to Canada. The government takes care of your most basic needs by providing you with financial assistance in case you are not able to get a job. And this amount would be approximately $1,000 for a single adult. Social Security gives you a feeling of security. The second benefit we will discuss about is the Canadian healthcare. Canada follows the universal healthcare formula and is normally managed by the province with support from the federal government. Provinces like Ontario, for example, cities like Toronto and Ottawa offer a health card to residents, and doctors' visits and hospital expenses are billed directly to the government. Canada has one of the best public funded healthcare systems in the world. The third benefit is education. Education in Canada is either free, subsidized, and loaned. In short, I can say that the financial burden of educating your child is mostly taken off the parent's shoulder, and the systems are in place to support such approach. This is how the system works. Up to post-secondary education or the 12th grade, education is usually free of charge. After post-secondary education is subsidized by for Canadian citizens and permanent residents, and even the subsidized fees is often provided as a student loan. Okay, now we'll talk about child care benefits. Canada offers excellent healthcare benefits and also free schooling, and in addition offers a generous child care benefit. A universal child care benefit exists until the child is 6 years old, and after that an income-based child tax benefit exists until the age of 18. The fifth benefit we will talk about is employment insurance, which is rarely heard in many parts of the world. This benefit is unique and is offered to people who are working and who suddenly lose their job or are not able to function in their job. Employment insurance benefit depends on the maximum cutoff and is usually around 55% of your earnings up to a maximum of 45 weeks. The sixth and the last benefit we are going to talk about today is pensions. Pensions given by the Government of Canada for anyone over the age of 65. Unlike in most developing countries, where pension is provided based on employment and is often provided through a fund by the employer, in Canada, pensions are provided based on age and not necessarily based on employment. Once you're a permanent resident in Canada, you are treated almost like a citizen when you are in Canada. I often tell my clients, permanent residence in Canada is like being a citizen inside the country and not a citizen outside the country. The laws doesn't differentiate much between your rights, the permanent residence rights, and that of a citizen's rights. Everything which is used to select you as a permanent resident is no longer considered as a requirement. Example, you may have been selected based on the points you earned because of your work experience as an engineer or a nurse. But once you are a permanent resident, you can work or become an entrepreneur or do anything else, and you are not required to continue in the same profession. Other than not being on the voters list or obtaining some high security jobs with the government, a permanent resident can seek employment with the Canadian federal, provincial, or local governments, or even apply for many defense positions with the Canadian Defense. A permanent resident in Canada has almost all privileges as a Canadian citizen. It's a very powerful status, and therefore please approach it with the importance it deserves. Once you become a permanent resident, your future is likely to be secure. This video may address the question of what is running in your mind as to why to approach permanent residence if job is not a part of the equation. This common question in several people's mind in the developing nations where obtaining a good job is a challenge is common. The Canadian permanent residence offers a platform where you have most of the rights as a Canadian citizen. You have the benefits of the Canadian government or the provincial government, the benefits what these governments offer, and you are in North America, which is a hotbed for good jobs or challenging jobs if you can approach the job market correctly and capitalize on it. Post any questions on my blog and I will be glad to answer them. Thank you very much. Adios.